Now, whenever we think of fitness, we probably think of maybe running on a treadmill or, going to the gym and lifting weights, something like that, right? We think about our body fitness. But on guitar, where most guitar players, I kind of alluded to this a moment ago, most guitar players, they in the beginning, they don't really feel like they have the right hands or the right fingers for playing guitar. And this is something that everybody experiences. And the reason everybody experiences it is because no baby was born being able to play guitar. Every single person that you've ever seen, from Jimi Hendrix to Jimmy Page to B.B. King and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Eric Clapton and whoever you want to list, whoever your favorite guitar player is, they had to learn. They weren't born with it. So the question is, how did they go from being able to do literally nothing on the guitar to somehow being able to fly up and down the neck, and it just looks like they've been doing it forever, but they haven't. So how are they doing that? This is where fitness comes into play. So just like you can work out and exercise your body, right? You can go to the gym. Whether you like to go to the gym or not is not the point here. I'm just making an example that you can go running outside, you can go jogging every day, you can go to the gym, you can eat healthy, and you can get your body in shape. And you can see when a person's in shape. We know when somebody's been working out, especially for a few years, you can just look at them and tell that they're fit. They look fit, right? Well, what most people don't realize until you start to get, toward the pro level guitar players, you don't really realize that professional guitar players also work out. They increase their fitness, but they don't go to a gym to work out their body, or they don't get big muscles. They work out their fingers. And most people don't realize that when you try to pick up the guitar and play something and your fingers still feel stiff, or you can't reach certain notes, or you can't, you mute strings, or you miss strings completely, or you mute notes, and you're trying to play new chords or something, and you just can't do it. It's so easy to think, well, gee, my fingers are just too fat, or my fingers are too short, or my fingers are too long, or too skinny, or whatever it is. It's very easy to think that. And you would think that at first, because you don't know how to fix the issue. You don't know that you can increase your finger fitness, or your fitness on the guitar, to therefore make playing a heck of a lot easier. So just like athletes train their body in the gym, like if you look at any basketball player, football players, we know they all go to the gym. That's not a secret. In sports, everybody knows that athletes work out, and then they go on the field and they perform, and they look all muscly and they look all athletic and everything. And we don't really question it. But when it comes to guitar, it's almost like it's like a myth, right? It's like a mystery that all these amazing guitar players are somehow just super talented and way smarter than everybody else. And that's just not true. It's just not true. The guys who are the best at playing all across the fretboard have either figured out different ways or learned different ways from other people to literally work out their fingers in order to make playing a heck of a lot easier. And the awesome thing is, you can literally do the exact same thing. And that's what we're going to talk about here in just a moment. So when we talk about improving your guitar fitness, what are we talking about? We're talking about things like dexterity, which, by the way, if you don't know what that word means, I honestly didn't know what that meant until like 5 years ago. Dexterity just means your ability to maneuver your fingers, in different ways, to be flexible and kind of more free with your fingers, being able to do more things with your fingers. But improving your dexterity, improving your ability to stretch. Remember yesterday, if you were here yesterday, I said that I could not make the stretch before for the pattern that we played yesterday. I used to not be able to do that. I had to learn how to do it by improving my fitness. Your agility, your speed, your accuracy. You can work directly on all of these things and improve all aspects of your guitar playing, in the same way that improving your fitness in life improves every aspect of your life, from how you feel, your mood, your relationships, your work, your hobbies. It doesn't matter what you do. It improves every aspect of your life. Fitness on guitar is exactly the same thing. Whenever you work to improve your fitness on guitar, you literally improve your ability to play anything, and it's a heck of a lot easier. You can learn it a heck of a lot faster, and of course that makes it a heck of a lot more fun. And I don't know about you, but I sure like having fun on guitar. If you like having fun on guitar, let me know about it in the chat. Just go ahead and type fun or yes or something like that. So here's the point, guys. Your fingers are not the problem. they're not what's holding you back. Lack of fitness may be what has been holding you back, okay? So as it says here, your fingers are not too short, they're not too fat, they're not too long, they're not too skinny. Santos wants to have fun, Anna wants to have fun. Thanks, guys. But your fingers are not inflexible, your fingers are not slow. It's all about systematically improving your fitness, okay? And that's what we're going to talk about. Something that I've heard from a mentor a long time ago is that success is not an accident. When you see guitar players who are amazing players, or who can just move up and down the neck super freely, and it looks like they're not even thinking about anything, you can bet they spent hours and hours and hours and hours and hours that nobody saw to get that way. In fact, if you're familiar with Tony Robbins, I believe he says, you're praised in public for what you practice in private. I'll say that again. You're praised in public for what you practice in private. Guys, this is the stuff that you practice in private that you will get praised in public for. So let me show you a couple of things here. D said he likes to have lots of fun. Al likes to have a lot of fun. Gary likes to have a lot of fun. We all like to have fun, don't we? Nobody likes to be bogged down with theory, and who wants to be frustrated when they're playing guitar? Let's just have some fun, right? So I want you to look at these pictures. Look at this little kid. This guy, I don't know what his name is. I'm sure some of you may have seen him before, but this guy tears it up on the guitar. And he's like, the whole guitar is as tall as he is, right? He has tiny hands when it comes to playing the guitar. This guy over here, his name is Sean Lane. And if you don't know who Sean Lane is, you're about to see him in a moment, because I'm going to play a short video. Personally, Sean Lane is one of my top influences on guitar. I think he is potentially the greatest guitar player of all time. I know that's a bold statement in some ways. But if you've never heard of Sean Lane, I highly, highly recommend that you listen to his album Powers of 10 live. And you also listen to the album called The Tritone Fascination. He is an incredible, incredible guitar player that I honestly don't believe that you can live your life without having known about him. So I really think you would enjoy listening more to Sean Lane. But right now, let's see if we can listen to a short clip of Sean Lane. And what I want to point out here, by the way, before I play this clip is, I mean, look, this is, unfortunately, Sean died, I believe, at the age of 41. It's a really sad story. He had health issues. I think what was happening was he was taking some medication that made him gain weight, and he couldn't go off of the medication, and he had a lot of health issues. It was really sad. But toward the end, this was him toward the end, and obviously you could tell he was really, really big. But this is one of the fastest guitar players of all time, one of the best guitar players of all time. I'm just going to play this little clip just so you can see how Sean played. Hopefully you don't have
as a drummer, when there's tracks running,
I like to have the tracks just right there so that you're tight.
Deadlock.
So here's that's a bass player, but here's Sean. There he is. Now tell me that guy can't Now you can watch more of that stuff. This is more of Sean's kind of more fusion-y, jazzy type stuff, but either way, the point is, look, the guy can play the guitar, right? There's no question about that. So another thing I want to point out as well is this guy down here. This guy's name is Mark Goffney. Mark literally doesn't have arms, okay? He plays guitar with his feet. I don't know if you can see this acoustic guitar down here, but he literally plays with his feet. And let's see if we can watch a little bit of Mark playing with his feet here. Okay. So if you can hear him playing, he's literally playing that with his feet right now. There you go. People say I'm a and he sings too. Look at that. I get drunk in the morning and get strong in the afternoon. Either way, you can watch more about Mark and Sean. I actually would suggest that you do that. But look, guys, the point is, doesn't matter what your fingers are like. Doesn't matter what your hands are like. Doesn't matter how tall you are. Doesn't matter how much you weigh. Doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter. Guys, it doesn't matter. As long as you do the right things in the right order, in the right way, you will make massive progress on guitar, okay? So let's get to the first exercise of today. Today you're going to have two exercises. One exercise is going to be based on fitness, and one exercise is going to be based on rhythm. We're going to get to rhythm in just a moment, okay? Now, On day 2, I'm going to read through this. I want you to read through this on your own whenever you have the recordings and whenever you have the slides at the end of our session today. But what I'm going to do is read through this, and then I'm going to show myself and show you exactly what we're going to be doing. So it says place all your fingers on the G string. Essentially this says you're going to have one finger per fret. And then what you're going to be doing is moving your fingers one by one toward the low E string and toward the high E string. So let me show my video here. And here we go. So what it says, I believe it says go to the 5th fret, and you're going to put all your fingers on the G string. So here's the G string right here. I'm going to put one finger per fret. So in other words, my index finger or my pointer finger is going to go on the 5th fret. My middle finger is going to go on the 6th fret on the G string. My ring finger is going to go on the 7th fret on the G string. And my pinky finger is going to go on the 8th fret on the G string. So as you can see, I have all my fingers right now on the G string. And in case you're wondering, which I think is very important, my thumb is about in the middle of the guitar neck on the back. It's you might actually want to put it a little lower. So this might look awkward, but my hand is like this. My thumb is kind of like this. It's not up here. You're going to have a really, really hard time doing this if your thumb is up or over the back of the neck, and you're going to find that out really, really quick. So this is also a great exercise for putting your thumb down more toward the bottom. So I have all my fingers on the G string, and all I'm going to do is this. Starting with my index finger, I'm going to lift my index finger off the fretboard, and I'm going to touch the low E string. Notice how all 3 of these fingers are still on the guitar neck. Okay? They're still on the G string specifically. I'm not pressing down hard, I'm just pressing down the string enough like I would play a note. Okay? So I'm going to touch the low E string, and then all I'm going to do is touch the high E string. That's literally it. That's what's called, we're going to do 1 rep, so 1 repetition. When you touch the low E string and you touch the high E string, that's 1 rep. Okay? We're going to do 10 reps, and we're going to do 3 sets. And we're going to do 10 reps with each finger, and we're going to do all of that 3 times. So 3 sets of 10 reps. That gives you a total of 120 reps total, 30 per finger. So if I was going to do, let's say 1 set, it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So look, I want you to notice something really quick. I'm not trying to go fast. That's not the point of this. What I want you to focus on, other than keeping all your fingers on the fretboard, is relaxing as much as possible. I want you to focus on relaxing. As soon as you can keep all of your fingers on the strings, and it's probably going to be difficult at first, then I want you to focus on relaxing and moving your finger as easy as possible. Okay? It's going to take some work, and you're going to be surprised by how hard this is if you've never done this. So the first finger is pretty easy. Then we're going to move to the middle finger. You're going to do the same thing. So you're going to touch the low E string, then you're simply going to touch the high E string. That's 1 rep. So we're going to do that 10 times. Okay? And after you do that 10 times, then you're going to move to the next finger, which is the ring finger. And I can't wait to hear how this is for you guys. So you're going to touch the low E string, and you're going to touch the high E string. And you're just going to keep doing reps, 10 reps per finger. Next finger, I'm going to move to the pinky, same thing. I'm going to do low E string, high E string, low E string, high E string, right? And after I do 10 reps with each finger, then I'm going to wait. Just wait 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Give your hand a break, okay? And then come back and then do another set of 10 with each finger. That will be your second set. After you finish that, wait 3, 4, 5 minutes. Your hand will probably be burning by that point. Then come back again and do it a 3rd time. Do a 3rd set. So 10 reps with each finger 3 times. So 3 sets, 10 reps, each finger. That's the assignment for today. So let me share screen again. We're going to go back to the slides here. Here we go. So as it says, we're going to do 10 reps. Here it is. Goal down here, it says do 3 sets of 10 reps with each finger for a total of 120 reps. Okay, so that's your fitness exercise for tonight. That's what you're going to be practicing tonight. And tomorrow you should have already done this. And we'll talk more about this in just a moment. But first, we need to dive into rhythm, okay? Brad says this is difficult. Brad, do you have your guitar in your hand right now? Are you already trying this? It's surprisingly difficult if you've never done this. It's pretty tough. But this is a good thing, guys, because it shows you how much room you have to improve. If you've never done this, you've never noticed how limited your fingers are. And this is the way that we start to loosen those things up. Vic says ring finger is tough. It is tough, man. Make sure that you keep all of your other fingers on the G string. That's extremely important, okay? Don't let those fingers lift off the G string.